Hey guys, thanks for joining us here on Thursday night. Of course, we're going a little bit earlier, a little bit later than we normally would, but this is kind of the time slot that we're going to be going with for the foreseeable future. So thanks for joining us here on the Wrestling Rewind, of course. Here on Twitch, Periscope, YouTube, and Phoenix 92.5 FM and the True Penny channel. So thank you for joining us no matter where you are joining us from. This week we're going to be talking about not Night of Champions, but Class of Champions. 2020, Dave.
Well, it's a great day for wrestling, everyone.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the only show hosted by people that don't hate wrestling. I think.
Well, we're not going to be going super long anyway because we did have something else planned that was kind of vetoed at the last moment. Hopefully, we'll get to that eventually. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our predictions for Night of Champions. Or oh my god,
I got you. Just keep staring at it, man.
Just keep staring at it. That's why I'm really trying not to. Our predictions for Clash of Champions, and then we will be going. I'll play the interview I did with Impact Star. Well, that was up on the talent. That was up on the YouTube channel recently there. So we will have that. We'll have that added to the show as well. So, guys, well, Dave, you've ruined it this week because you actually did watch Raw this week. So, what did you think of Raw this week?
I ruined our show by actually watching the product. Imagine that.
Well, no, I can't do. I can't do. Dave doesn't watch wrestling because Dave actually did watch wrestling.
Well, I did watch. This is probably the first time I watched Raw in like 6 months, and I'd probably be another 6 months. I'm falling so much in love with the late '90s right now that it was jarring to see whatever I witnessed on Monday night. Now, I have heard people say, "Oh, you picked like the wrong Monday. This was one of the worst Raws in a while." But this is my only litmus test. This is all I've seen, so I don't know what happened on Raw. As like a human being, I'm not sure. I thought it was bizarre. It sure didn't promote Clash of Champions or Night of Champions, or I didn't even know what the pay-per-view was called, quite frankly, when I was looking up a logo. So I'm just baffled.
I just forgot. I didn't actually mention who the interview is with. The interview is going to be with Impact Star Willie Mack. So sorry about that. I got so distracted by Dave's background. I just forgot them.
But he is awesome. I loved him in Lucha Underground as well.
Willie Mack's class, and he's such a nice guy as well. But he talks about Lucha Underground and everything, so it's actually a pretty cool interview. You guys haven't had a chance to check it out, but we will pop that in the show for the FM listeners as well to kind of round out the show. But Dave, I don't know.
I'm tired, Dara. Is it like real late where you are right now? Are we recording later for you?
No, it's not that it's late. It's that I've been going to the gym lately.
Oh.
And I can't lift my arms above my head now from lifting. So it hurts like hell. And you're just really tired. So if I sound tired, guys, blame the gym and blame me wanting to get in shape because it's hell. It's just like, it's not worth it. I'm convinced it's not worth it.
I think we could still probably do. There's got to be some news I'm unaware of. Come on, what's happening in wrestling? Give me something.
Well, actually, okay, let's do it this way. So we know now that Revelation. What's the terrible name?
Retribution. Oh yes. So I guess I can mention. This is my first time actually seeing Retribution on the TV show, other than like going back and watching clips of it. Yeah. And now they're real people, and I don't know who any of these people are.
Well, it's just like, okay, so what I was going to do in the segment that Dave doesn't watch wrestling, I was going to ask you, so what makes more sense? That they got a contract to smash things up, that they're out to like establish themselves in the WWE universe, or that they're trying to get like retribution for being overlooked.
Right. See, I with the name, I would think the latter, but obviously it's the first
one, which makes no sense. It's like, so you've got a contract to smash up the WWE.
They literally came in. This isn't like Nexus where there were already talents in WWE. So
they're just randos.
It made sense that they had contract. This was literally like, hey, if you come and break into our store 20 times, we'll give you a job as a retailer. Like, what? What?
Hey, man, I just want to work at your store. That's why I broke all the windows and burned it down.
This that's actually what's been happening. Yeah. That's how we're gonna get our jobs back in America. So maybe I don't know. I watched it. I was so confused. I don't know why they ended Raw with them bleeding. Why not? Why them beating up the Hurt Business? I don't know if that was in somehow offensive. It may have been. I don't know.
Okay, well, here's the crazy thing about Hurt Business, right? They're heels, but for some
so
reason,
why are the heels the one going up against Retribution? I don't understand what I'm watching.
You tell me. I watched the show and I was like, this makes no sense.
This was honestly how I came out of Raw. Okay, this entire show is to promote Raw Underground and this huge fight between Braun Strowman and Akibono, or whoever the hell it was. And I'm glad you're not even going to try and correct me on that. And so there's no point. What was his name?
If they don't care, why should we care? That's the truth of it.
It was something close to like Akibono. No disrespect to the legend of late. What was it Dakota Burrow? Did you not watch the show? Like
it's left my mind.
Apparently he's been winning every week on Raw Underground. This is my first time seeing it straight and not just in clips or what I thought was clips. Apparently it's just cut to pieces.
Yeah, that's what they do. They just cut it up. They don't even like have it as a segment. They just sprinkle it through the show.
But I'm talking about the actual matches in Raw Underground themselves. They have no flow to them.
Yeah, they're just it's like watching Wrestling Society X. You ever see? Oh my god!
I loved Wrestling Society X.
We're reviewing Wrestling Society X.
Are we?
That's happened. Oh, we absolutely are. I haven't seen it in years. We're totally doing that.
Teddy Hart and Jack Evans at their finest. I'm in. MTV. I remember when that was on.
I love the guy who like would be the MC and he'd like do like a rail of coke before he came out. I'm not saying he actually did, but that's what it seemed like. And he'd just be running around the whole ring. It's just like, okay. You know,
it was fun. The whole concept was basically we're gonna blow stuff up, and Teddy Hart's gonna jump from really high up in the air.
And so Jack Evans.
I was sold, and Jack Evans. Yeah.
Actually, yeah. No, we're totally doing that. If we have done actually, we might do that next week. Yeah, we'll totally do that next week. That'd be fun. We haven't actually like done anything like that yet, where we watch some. We actually got a fan submission as well to watch a random WWE pay-per-view. So it's like, okay, so and you want to watch along.
Wow, sell it there. Make our fans really want to send in things.
No, they do.
We got a request. Thanks. I guess we'll do it.
Oh no, I'm looking forward to it. Man. I think it's going to be great. I'm just like, it's such a random pay-per-view. It's like, okay.
I mean, we got a random Raw before, so if we did sick on this episode that you decided to cover,
but this is a
pay-per-view. You know why?
I hope there's something good in it because I was watching the Raw where nothing happened. I'm like, nothing happened. It was just a bad Raw.
Why we had to watch that.
Yeah.
You're welcome, fans.
Exactly. I'd love to know. But I don't know if we can do a watch along because that's like, it depends how long the show. If the show is like 3 hours, no way. But if it's like an hour, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll look into it. We'll look into it. But yeah, man. So okay.
So let's talk about Night of Champions.
Clash of Champions.
Sure, whatever. I've heard it both ways.
Sure, whatever. Okay, so Raw set up nothing.
No, that's why I didn't even realize. I forgot there was a pay-per-view. I didn't realize it was this week.
I don't even think Raw mentioned it once. Like,
I mean, they might have. I don't know.
But what's, I do have to say what I love about this is like I think this will be a fun show to watch because all the belts are on the line. So at least the show might be terrible, but there's like a fake notion of stakes where it's like even if this sucks, well, at least it will be. There'll be some kind of stakes. But here's the worst part about it, right? For me personally.
He's finally back on pay-per-view, everybody.
We'll get to
AJ's finally back on pay-per-view.
We'll get to it. But he's not the worst part.
Wait.
The worst part is Asuka is on the pre-show.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
I don't even... But she's the...
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if you're going to have a... At least it's not Apollo Crews for once.
Yeah, but I would rather watch Bobby Lashley. Well, that's the thing. I'd rather not watch Apollo Crews or Bobby Lashley because I know Bobby Lashley just wants to go and play golf. So, anytime I see him, I'm just like, he's just thinking about playing golf. Oh, poor guy. I don't think he's going to be able to do that during the pandemic. How is he managing?
No, you can play golf.
I don't know, man. I worry.
Yeah, you just social distance yourself, man.
I worry about him. Poor Bobo. All he thinks about is playing golf. That's it.
You're doing a thing. I can tell you're doing a thing. I'm just totally, the reference is going over my head. So I'm being all factual over here and then realizing, oh, okay.
So if anyone doesn't know, I'm gonna dig out this interviews for people to listen, and I'm gonna give it to James so we can put it up on the channel. So I interviewed Bobby Lashley like what 4 years ago, whenever he was in Impact, and he was champion, and I asked him a bunch of questions, and basically all his answer to everything was, "I don't know. I just want to play golf." That's it.
Okay.
He didn't care about anything else. I think it was actually in the UK. It was in the UK, and they were doing a show, and I was interviewing him there, and he goes, I'm like, yeah, so, what do you think about who you're wrestling tonight? And he goes, I don't care. I'm just thinking about playing golf. So that's it.
I love truth in or in wrestling.
Yeah. It's just like, you could try, you're the world champion, you know what I mean? So it's just like, don't give him belts. Don't give him anything to do. Just his gimmick should just be Kerman White. That should be his gimmick, where he just plays golf. That's what he likes to do. It's like,
fair enough. So
remember the time to get Brock Lesnar the gimmick where he just read the Outdoorsman magazine?
Outdoorsman magazine, Brock Lesnar interview. No, I don't remember this.
Oh, this was a segment that he did for like a couple of months where he just didn't care, and he's like, I don't watch the product. I don't care. And then they just cut to him backstage, him just reading the Outdoorsman the magazine. It's like, that's what he likes to do. That
makes sense to me, actually. I buy that.
Yeah. So it was pretty fun.
But who do you have winning this match? I mean, I'm going to go with Asuka retaining over Zelina Vega.
Oh, Asuka will win in like 4 minutes.
Yeah. By the way, no, I'm not. Never mind. Asuka's going to win. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Asuka has to win. There's no other reason. Like, they're not going to drop the belt on the pre-show, and I don't think there's going to be a lot of title changes here anyway. So, yeah.
Did you know the show that we reviewed last week was on one of only 2 shows in history where the World Championship, the Tag Championship, and the I think it was the Intercontinental Championship all changed hands on the same show?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like some random style on Wikipedia for it.
Well, I just think it's a great
SummerSlam 99. There you go.
If you guys didn't check that out, that's probably one of the best pay-per-views of all time. So definitely watch it, and then watch our show because we're great. Yeah, so I have Asuka on this as well. I think Asuka's gonna just walk away with this 4 minutes. It won't be anything special. It's a shame. I hope that they, revisit this and something happens on the pre-show and it gets bumped up. But yeah, it's a shame that Asuka is curtain jerking here. This is horrible. It's a shame, but it is what it is. Also, have you played the horrible WWE Battlegrounds game that this is, sponsoring apparently?
I have not. Should I buy it?
No, you should not. You should literally buy anything else.
I was thinking about Harry Potter Legacy. It's coming out soon.
Don't buy that either. Buy something decent, like buy the Lord of the Rings box set. Do that.
I feel bad for the developers of that video game. Then that is all we're going to say. It's just
like that woman needs to stop talking. I just spend their money. So it's so funny. She's just so dumb. She's so dumb. Anyway, so yeah, WWE Battlegrounds, right? So there's a review of it. There's a review of it by a bunch of YouTubers. The guy who does What Happened, the series What Happened, he reviewed it and he was playing it, and it's terrible.
It looks like it's horrendous. It looks like a mobile game.
Yeah, that's what it is. And I think they put that much effort into it. Now, there is I do like a cool thing in it when you're playing the game and you have to unlock all the characters, right? Or you have to buy them. So it literally is a mobile game.
Oh, no, it has microtransactions.
It's all microtransactions, right?
All right, well, this game is going to hell. So
but what's interesting is I do like the fact... So hold up your AJ Styles action figure there for a second.
Oh, yes, of course.
So what's cool is when you have to unlock them, you have to pay them with like WWE bucks. And when you unlock your figures, they're all presented as action figures and they look just like that. So
are you telling me that I have to buy AJ Styles and I can't just play with him? Buy Battlegrounds?
No, you have to unlock him, and you have to unlock Asuka as well, and Becky Lynch. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I heard you. That dead air is not because I didn't hear you.
Basically, they sell you half a game and you have to buy the rest.
I don't understand. Like, I've never understood this about video games. The entire game is on the disc that I pay $60 for. Are you telling me that I have to pay you more money to open up things that are already on something that I'm holding? It makes no sense to me.
It's just like, you know what they should have done? And I'll be honest with you, and what would have been cooler and would have been less work. They should have just made a GM mode game. You know, like Football Manager.
You've been on this. I get that.
But just sign up. It would have taken like what, 6 months, and half the money, and people would have bought it. Everybody would have bought it.
Fortnite is what they should have done.
No.
Can you imagine you're jumping in, you're flying in to play Fortnite, and you're flying in as John Cena all of a sudden? Because they did deals with Marvel and stuff like that. It could be fun.
Yeah, but that's still not a WWE wrestling game. Now,
but I'm saying put the money that you usually spend advertising and make it up in microtransactions from Fortnite, and it would have covered your costs for the game for the year. Is where I'm going with this.
Oh, that's fair. Well, that would have been a good idea. Fortnite, it kind of is what it is. They should have. I don't see the appeal of it. People listen to the show near to no basis, know that. But I don't know. The GM mode would have been great, and people would have liked it. This Battleground thing is atrocious. It's actually worse than you can possibly imagine. So good luck to WWE. I hope your other sponsor, Hyundai, is better. Hope those cars actually work. Unlike the game.
Can you pronounce that again for me? That car manufacturer's name?
Hyundai.
Hyundai?
Yeah, Hyundai. How do you say it?
Hyundai.
Pronounce aluminium for me.
Aluminium.
Yeah, but you guys call it aluminum for some reason.
Whoa, you guys! Next match, please.
You too. Isn't that like an American thing? Aluminum.
Next match.
That's what I would drop into you, Dave, in certain color. Come on. Makes no sense. Americanism makes no sense.
All that aluminum that they're spraying in the skies. It's a weird world, people.
It's a weird world. That's a different show.
It's a different show, which we swear we really do.
No, we do actually. We're doing Atlanta soon, and it's gonna be awesome. So it's gonna be fun.
Welcome to the promo for our show. We cut back in May. We're still saying it in September. We'll let you know when it happens.
Hey, look, we had a lot of change up in that as well.
We did. To be fair, and I got my schedule shifted.
So we are working on it. We'll get back to it. Actually, things in Ireland now are looking like they're going in reverse. So we might have a lot more free time soon. So
hey, speaking about things going in reverse, let's talk about the United States Championship. Do you have Bobby Lashley or Apollo Crews winning this? Because I have Lashley.
I don't think Apollo Crews is going to be hired for very much longer. So yeah, Bobby Lashley's winning.
I was so disappointed in Raw this past week when I mean, on paper, Cedric Alexander versus Apollo Crews should be an amazing match.
It wasn't, though.
It was awful. They were doing holds the entire time.
Yep.
I've seen these guys wrestle each other. They're really good.
Yeah, but it's the same thing that we talked about, when we compared the shows back in 1999. It doesn't matter how good the wrestling is. It's the storytelling. Storytelling's terrible.
Yeah, well, the storytelling's terrible. But at least if the storytelling's terrible, at least up until recently, the matches have still been really good.
They give them enough time, but they didn't. Like Cedric Alexander as well, I don't see him sticking around very much longer either.
I'm glad he's still there. I'm glad Ricochet's still there. I saw him on Raw this week. I was shocked. Absolutely shocked.
Well, I think they did that on purpose because people were thinking he was fired, and it's like, no, he is here.
We just don't know what to do with him.
Yeah, he's just kind of stuck there. I like the way they call him Ricochet. I think that's funny. That should be his gimmick, where he owns an Irish bar. Ricochet. Yeah. Here's one for you, right?
Come to the pub, Ricochets.
Here's one for you, right? So this is how they revamp Baron Corbin, right? They have Ricochet owning the pub, and he has a pub backstage, right? And then Baron Corbin is the barman that works there, and he's kind of like the bouncer. It'd be great. This thing writes itself, I don't know. Have some creativity, WWE. Come on.
What a sentence. It writes itself. Have some creativity.
Well, here's the thing.
Pick a lane, man. Pick a lane.
We've been watching a lot of Attitude Era stuff, and I think when you just see it, it's like, yeah, you could just kind of do that again, and it's, let them be having some fun with it. But yeah, Ricochet's pub, I think, would be great. You have Baron Corbin there, and Roman Reigns could show up and challenge somebody. Drew McIntyre could just sit there, and it'd be fantastic. It'd be a great little segment.
I know you're reminding me of those segments of the APA back in the day.
Absolutely.
Back in the day, I just aged myself there. In the early 2000s, they were very cringy. I don't know.
Cringier than Raw this week.
Oh,
Like, it was
we love
embarrassing.
wrestling, everybody. That's our gimmick. We
That's our
love
gimmick.
wrestling.
This is why we watch stuff from the past. That's good.
Y'all got
Not stuff
mad that
from
we
the future.
weren't doing predictions for you. So this is us attempting to do predictions.
Yeah,
I
and
can't
this-
get Darren to move past the damn second match so we can finish these stupid predictions. But you're welcome.
I'm trying. I'm sorry. I'm just getting distracted because there's so much just puzzlement that we just have to
Hey,
break
you know
down.
what puzzles me? Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura versus the Lucha House Party. I'll
Why?
tell you what. I can't wait for this match.
Why does it puzzle you?
Don't know. I just watched Shinsuke Nakamura versus Brock Lesnar. What do you want from me?
Oh, fair. Okay, so let's go. Who have you got with for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships?
Well, we can't have two strong three. Well, this is SmackDown. You're welcome, guys. I know that was all really coherent for you to understand. I was thinking in my head. I have, I thought the Street Profits were involved in this. I'm so confused.
No, the Street Profits are involved with the Raw Tag Team. So SmackDown is Cesaro and Nakamura versus the Lucha House Party.
Oh, hey, shout out to CBSSports.com. Your little recap, your little preview of this match that I'm reading on the side here mentions the Street Profits and Kalisto. It literally says the Street Profits and Lucha House Party has been focused on internal tension since Kalisto made his return. This is in the recap or the little preview for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. So that's where my confusion just came from, a supposed mainstream news source. Okay, so Shinsuke, I have no passion whatsoever to do predictions for this damn pay-per-view. Can I be honest? I don't care.
Okay.
There's one match on this entire thing I care about. Champions retain.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Champions retain as well.
There we go.
Okay, and then we go with the other tag team championships. I'm gonna go with Champions Street Profits retaining as well over Andrade and Angel Garza.
Champions retain. I'm really glad it's not Mysterio.
Yep, same. Okay, so onto the matches that might have some interest. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso for the Universal Championship.
That's hilarious. Roman Reigns retains,
Yeah,
clearly.
Reigns.
That's
Also,
just hilarious.
Apparently he's going to have new gear. Apparently he's taking his flat jacket off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Finally going to get to see those tattoos.
New gimmick. And apparently he's going to have new music soon as well.
New gimmick. I take my shirt off.
New gimmick. Bayley versus Nikki Cross for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Champion retains. Because for those of you who don't know, Darren and I used to do predictions. 10 years ago. In a competitive way, so to speak.
Yep.
And the year that I beat him, it was because for every pay-per-view, every championship match, I just picked the champion to retain. It was foolproof. I put all of my thoughts about rationale out the window and just went, well, statistically.
Yeah, and this is why I lost, and this way Dave beat me, because he just go the WWE booking route.
I went with the champion always retains and never bet against Cena.
Yeah, never bet against Cena. Cena always wins, lol. Okay. So Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn, a triple threat ladder match. The only for the IC belt. The only reason to watch the show, actually.
This looks so good.
The only reason to watch the show. It'll be the only thing I'll probably watch on the show.
It's very possible that we fast forward through the majority of this and just watch this match. I got to tell you, man, Sami Zayn, so glad that he's back. I love that they're treating it as though Jeff Hardy has an interim title. It's very UFC-esque or boxing-esque in that, Sami's saying, I'm really the champion because I never lost. I got injured. Jeff Hardy won it from AJ Styles after a tournament. So Jeff's the champion and AJ just had it. So it's actually got a good story from a competitive nature going into it. And come on, it's a ladder match between these three guys. Insanity is going to occur. One of these three men is going to have to take time off just to heal themselves up after this match. I'm not sure who yet. That's my bold prediction. And it's going to be amazing. And Sami Zayn's going to win this.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they've done everything to build it up. Either Sami wins or he just about loses, but then gets his full retribution a couple of weeks later in the next pay-per-view.
How dare you?
So what could happen?
No, saying retribution. Just how dare you?
Oh yeah. Well, they might be involved in the show.
Well, they're going to get. They are going to get involved somehow, right?
So the main event.
What are they? The A team? The names are like T-Bar and I don't know.
The names were don't watch the show, watch the Attitude Era instead.
Yeah.
So Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton in a ambulance match, which, yeah, they're always hit and miss. So for the WWE Championship, I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre to retain. There's no way Randy Orton's winning. Yeah.
Yeah. Drew McIntyre retains because we still want McIntyre to hold the championship until fans can see him with it. That's our goal.
Yeah.
It's like our sole purpose as a show. So
that's going to do it for our predictions, guys. But what we will do is we will pop up a better show maybe during the week where we actually cover something decent. Because again, as I said, we weren't going to do this. We had something else planned that was pulled at the last minute. So I think we should just watch something that we like, Dave, and maybe
I agree.
Throw it up on the weekend.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, I think it would be a good thing. So, guys, you get a bonus show this week. It's going to go to the True Pinning channel anyway. Dave, we have some time. So, is there anything you'd like to plug before we wrap up?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at @TheDaveStevens.
Awesome.
Please
That's
do.
that one. There you go. That one.
Please do. Like, seriously, guys, I only have 505 followers. My life is fading away.
You have to @Dave as much as possible.
Save Dave.
Hashtag stay safe. And guys, again, thank you for the continued likes and growth of the channel. We will be doing a migration over on YouTube soon. So yeah, we'll get that sorted in the relatively near future. Also, you can check out all the shows on Nerd to Know Media, including our other show, Dave, From the Dark, that we haven't done in a while.
It's been a while. Don't worry. By the time it rises from the ocean's depths again, we will cover Atlantis.
Exactly. It's just things have been busy, but I'm glad we could do this predictions anyway and get this out. So we might talk about it briefly next week when we're covering something else. But the way we do it is we cover our fun topic first and then get to the drudgery, because we like to be the only podcast done by wrestling fans who don't hate wrestling, and that's why we don't cover the current product, because yikes, it's bad.
And just remember, this may have sounded like we hated wrestling, but there's one good match on here, and
we'll
promote the crap out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, this show is worth watching solely for one match, and maybe Asuka, because Asuka's great, and also Bayley, because Bayley's the best. But other than that, it is what it is. So, yeah, we'll talk to you next week, guys. Well, actually, no, we'll talk to you later on this week, because we're going to decide what we're going to talk about on Saturday or Sunday. But the best thing is to keep an eye on Twitter and our YouTube and social media, and you'll find out what we're going to cover over the weekend for a bonus show of the Wrestling Rewind. So, talk to you later, guys. Bye.